Hi, I'm Kerry Daigle. I want to talk to you today about being your best you that you can be. Henry Emerson Fosdick wrote, "Have the daring to accept yourself as a bundle of possibilities and undertake the game of making the most of your best." Arnold Glasson wrote, "Cultivate the qualities in yourself which you admire the most in others." Another quote I hear often is, "Today a reader, tomorrow a leader." Where is all this taking you? Constantly following a personal development program will do all the things mentioned in these quotes. Making the most of your best comes from constantly having positive thoughts. Cultivating the qualities in yourself from what you admire the most in others means finding true and inspiring mentors. And reading, well, we know what that will do. You've heard the old saying, knowledge is power. That's true. In a sense, however, knowledge on ice doesn't do you any good. It definitely won't help you become successful. You have to perform. You must be productive, not active. There's a lot of difference between those two. You must understand the difference between productivity and activity. So to quote, knowledge is power? Think again. Not really true. Applied knowledge is real power. So a person needs to grow personally. Growing and developing is very stimulating and very exciting. Personal growth is about stepping out of your comfort zone and doing what others will not do. Being different and not being one of the crowd. Did you know that 5% of the people in America are financially successful and earn a six-figure income or more? That means 95% are not financially successful and earn substantially less. So do you believe the 5%ers are different than the 95%ers? Of course they are. Everything they do is different. They are different. The thrill of becoming successful and having an exciting life has everything to do with stretching out beyond what you think is possible within yourself and constantly attempting to do better. You must want to become the person you were not yesterday. Having a positive attitude will give you a completely different perspective on life, giving you superhuman power that will give you the ability to handle all obstacles and view them as only challenges to test you as a person. The daily problems don't appear so bad when you're constantly working on personal self-development, or it could be the complete opposite. Hang around negative people long enough and sure enough, you will become negative. You decide who you want to become, and only you. You must continue to develop your leadership and personal development skills for success to happen for you. Great things are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things done well on a regular basis. Constantly relying on developing yourself through reading and listening to self-help, empowerment, audios, CDs, DVDs, reading the books are going to bring you into an entirely different playing field. Isn't it strange that the person in business or with a job that gets very comfortable and just goes through the motions of work every day without any enthusiasm eventually settles for mediocrity? The best way to step away from mediocrity is to always perform at a high standard and set goals that will enhance your career with a continuous program of self-improvement and personal development. Read the books. Listen to the audios online, CDs, DVDs. I'm going to recommend several books for you now. I really like Knockout Entrepreneur by George Foreman. If you choose to want to be an entrepreneur and you have never been there, you've always been an employee, it's one of the best books that you'll ever read. Of course, there's an older book that's been around quite a while by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. That's another very important one to have in your library. Of course, I wrote a book called Dreams, Fairy Tales, and Miracles, and it's a short read, but something I feel that you will like and enjoy. And a good friend of mine, Kurt Beavers, wrote a book called Make a Life, Not Just a Living. And it's a fabulous, easy read that many of you will really be inspired once you go through each chapter. You see, changing your habits toward positive thinking alone is a real challenge. You may have to give up some associates and friends who drag you down. However, remember this. It's not important how intensive you become immediately, but it is important that you work at changing your frame of mind over a period of time and constantly exercising your thoughts as you would exercise a muscle and physical exercise. Give it time. After 20, maybe 30 or 40 years of negative thinking, 4 to 5 years of personal development is not very long to make a surprising change in your life physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. I compare this program of self-improvement to a professional prize fighter. You wouldn't want your newly turned professional prize fighter fighting his professional debut in a 12-round championship match with a world champion, would you? Of course not. He and even she now would start their career training exceptionally hard before having their professional debut, usually at 4 rounds. The prize fighter would then fight a series of 4-round fights, moving eventually in 6-rounders, 8-rounders, then main event fights at 10 rounds, constantly learning and training until they can commit to a championship challenge for 12 rounds. Take your development one step at a time. I like to call them baby steps. Vince Lombardi made a statement about winning football games. He mentioned they are sometimes decided many times in feet and inches. There's also an old Chinese saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Pick up Vince Lombardi's book, What It Takes to Be Number One. Absolutely outstanding. The more you read, the better leader you will be. Those that continue to read are in way better shape than those that don't. Remember, a formal education will get you a good job. A self-education can make you very wealthy. And those that quit reading are no better off than those who can't read. And if you aren't reading anymore, you put yourself in the same position as someone that's illiterate. Think about it. So how far have you walked today in your quest for success in life? Look forward, never backwards, and approach your life with a vision in mind, a dream, and follow it without anyone putting blinders over your eyes or stealing your dream, and work at your goals regularly every single day, step by step, inch by inch, day by day, taking small personal development steps every single day. I guarantee that you will find much more success in your life. And if anyone says you're being brainwashed, greet them with these statements and a smile. You know, you're right. I am being brainwashed with positive thoughts. And that's a choice I've made because I've been brainwashed with negative thoughts far too long. Those days are history. I'm moving forward. Will you join me? If not, step aside. I'm Kerry Daigle. Keep punching.